You know I've been blind for years, and I've been crying all these tears for a reason. They came and went like seasons.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to 2021 as well. First day of 2021, I wanted to get this video out to inspire you guys with the resolutions I'm setting, and hopefully you can come up with some of your own, and maybe these will give you some ideas for ones that you want to come up with. I am wearing my Harry Potter sweatshirt that I got for Christmas. I was just in a Harry Potter mood today. So I came up, I have them in my planner, my new Erin Condren planner right here. That's why I keep looking down, because I have them set in front of me. But basically I chose one word for 2021, and I also chose 6 resolutions that I want to set. So my goal is when I go to fill out my planner every morning of the entire year, I hope to look at these resolutions, and hopefully I am sticking with them, being consistent for all 365 days of 2021. So my word for the new year is intention. So I hope to be intentional about everything I do, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I hope to have intention in the way I communicate with people, in what I do throughout the day. Sometimes I feel like I'm rushed, and so then I can't get done what all I need to get done, and therefore I just don't feel as consistent and confident in my work when I feel rushed while I'm doing it. And sometimes I'm doing things that don't even need to get done in the moment. So intention is my word for the entire year. So my first resolution is intentional speaking. So I wrote like a small little brief sentence or two about each of these resolutions. So intentional speaking. Focus on what I'm saying and how I'm explaining it. Eliminate extra words. This is something that I thought about a lot throughout 2020. So I want to be a business owner when I'm older. I want to be able to communicate with people and market myself and the products I'm selling. So I think intentional speaking and really being intentional with the conversation you're having with someone is really important. I hope to eliminate words like and from my sentences. One way I really notice this is doing YouTube. When I record myself and go back and watch myself speak, I'm like, oh my gosh, I take so many pauses when I speak. I can tell my mind is off in the middle of nowhere while I'm speaking. And so I've really been working on this, but this is something that I want to continue to work on going into the new year. Resolution number 2 is to minimalize. So I said, don't buy unnecessary items and be intentional with what I own. You guys know I'm a huge person that doesn't like clutter. So buying things that I don't need and just end up getting rid of them in the long run is very unnecessary and a waste of my money, especially when I'm, trying to pay for college and everything I got going on. So I really want to be like, when I buy something, is this something I'm going to use? Is this something that I need? Is this going to bring me benefits in the future? So that's something that I'm really going to work on. I also want to minimalize my environment. So I had talked to you guys about redoing this wall with my big poster, and that is something I'm going to do. I want to try to make my environment, especially my room, as calming as possible. I definitely work better with minimalized physical appearance as well. If I'm not wearing makeup, if I have natural hair, if I'm in leggings and a plain sweatshirt, I feel so much better about myself and just physically better than I do if I'm all dolled up every day. That's if it's on a consistent basis. So if every day I'm doing my hair and makeup and I'm wearing jeans and a sweater and boots, I just feel really heavy, if that makes sense. Having the freedom to minimalize my appearance really has helped me throughout this past year. And also I want to say that I never want to judge anyone that chooses to do things that are differently than me. If you're all about getting dressed up every single day and doing a full face of makeup, I fully support you, and I will not hate on you at all. I really want everyone to feel inclusive when they talk to me, and you know, everything that they're about, that they don't feel judged or shamed of anything that they do. So, small little speech. Okay, number 3, sustainability. Be beneficial to the environment and eliminate waste and plastic. So just with everything happening in the world, this is something I really want to focus on, you know, like, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, and this kind of goes with like minimalizing as well. Like, don't buy anything unnecessary if it's just going to go in the trash eventually. But just like plastic, like what can I reuse? What can I talk to my mom about that we can maybe change in our lives? Like, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like a dish sponge like takes like 52,000 years to like break down in a landfill. I could totally be wrong on that statistic, but that's like something small that you can be like, okay, I'm gonna get a bamboo handled brush to wash our dishes with. I'm hoping to get like the reusable razors where you just exchange the heads, or like the bamboo toothbrush that you can reuse, instead of like throwing away my toothbrush every couple of weeks, so I can help the environment, because I love nature and it makes me happy. Okay, number 4, consistency with projects. Continue to be consistent with my passions, YouTube channel, and my new business. So you guys know I've talked about my new business, you know, my notebooks and bookmarks to come. I have the designs in, it's just getting all the details sorted out. But basically, I don't like to say I want to be here with my YouTube channel at the end of 2021. So many things can change in the whole time of a year. Like, it's one thing to be like, at the end of this month, I want to gain 20 subscribers. I'm totally fine with that goal, but I feel like I have pressure. And then at the end of the year, if I don't hit that full goal, I feel guilty, even if I worked the entire year at it. So I want to say, I want to stick with consistency for both of those projects. You know, I don't want to like fall off, because they're 2 things I'm very passionate about. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't want to do these things. Like, obviously school comes first, but I do feel like those are 2 very important things that are... Sorry, Trent FaceTimed me while I was filming. Okay. So I was talking about my consistency with projects. So that's basically self-explanatory. I just want to continue to work on my YouTube channel and my little small business I have going on. So my next one is a very important one. It's probably the one out of all of them that mean the most to me. It's on the deepest level to me as well. So it's, don't question myself. Don't be afraid to compliment myself without sounding cocky. Don't question my decisions when I know I'm coming from loving intentions. So I'm reading this book right now. It's called Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and it's really making me question the roles women and girls have in society and how they're portrayed, how they're expected to act. I highly recommend it to anyone wanting a good like self-development read right now. So I read this part the other day, and I literally ran upstairs to my mom and I was like, read this right now. Like, I'm obsessed with this. You need to read this right now. So there's this part in it that really got to me. Like, it really, I'm going to read it to you because I feel like it completely embodies this resolution that I have. So I'm going to read you just a small portion of this. So she's talking about, when she says we in it, she's talking about like women and girls in general. We want to be liked. We want to be trusted. So we downplay our strengths to avoid threatening anyone and invoking disdain. We do not mention our accomplishments. We do not accept compliments. We temper, qualify, and discount our opinions. We walk without swagger, and we yield incessantly. We step out of the way. We say, I feel like, instead of I know. We ask if our ideas make sense instead of assuming they do. We apologize for everything. So she's basically saying that women, like she said, apologize for everything. We say, you know, I feel instead of I know. There's no confidence behind what we're doing. I have a big problem with people that are so quick to say, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like, I don't do this good, I don't do that good, instead of saying, I do this good, I'm good at this, I'm proud of this part of my body. That is something I've really been working on. Like today, I hung up 2 things in my brother's room and I went out to my mom and I was like, I am so good at that. And it just makes you feel so good to give yourself a compliment. And I'm gonna tell you right now that you're not being cocky, you're not being selfish to give yourself a compliment. It's one thing to look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm the best thing that ever happened to this earth. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your small accomplishments. Like, be proud of that, accept a compliment. If someone says like, oh, I like your clothing, oh, I like your hair, don't be like, oh yeah, like it's okay, you know, it's okay. I'd be like, oh, thanks, like I'm really happy with it too. I just got my hair done, you know, stuff like that. Like, don't be afraid to accept compliments or give yourself compliments, but also don't complain about yourself. Don't say I'm this, I'm that in a negative manner. So that part really resonated with me, and I'm hoping to really focus on that this year. And I hope also to help other people with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's in front of me and they're making comments like that, I don't want to be like, call them out like, oh, you shouldn't say that. But I definitely want to be like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not necessary. Like, tell me something that's good about yourself, you know, which is gonna kind of spark another resolution I have, my last one, I'll tell you in a minute. But my 6th one is to continue authenticity and realness. Don't do things for the approval of others. Do what you want, and the important and real people will come to you. So this is something I practiced a lot in 2020. Especially with my appearance, I feel like I didn't try to put on an act. If I wanted to post something, I posted it. No makeup, nothing. If I wanted to post a video, I posted it. If I wanted to go out in public looking a certain way, I did it. You do not have to hold up a certain standard to make other people happy. So I feel like even on my videos, being completely honest and not putting on a front of what I feel like I should say to you guys is something that was really therapeutic for me this year. I make these videos to please myself, not to please you guys. I hope that you guys are happy with what I produce and what I talk about and everything like that. But I hope you also understand what I'm saying. If I constantly cared about what other people thought, I wouldn't be my own person. And I feel like that's a very like generic thing to say. I feel like a lot of people say that a lot, but it really is true. My mom and I really like the word real, you know, like your real friends, the people that you don't have to be afraid to talk to them about anything. I just got breakfast with Julia this morning and I was like, you are someone that I can have real conversations with. And it's really nice to tell someone that too, you know, like you are real, like, you know. So yeah, that's something I really want to focus on this year too, is continuing my authenticity. Okay, so my 7th, I added one like halfway through because I've forgotten about it, but it's something I've always struggled with. So tough conversations. Say what I want as long as it embodies truth and love. Don't run away from conflict as long as you maintain your morals. Conflict is always something I've been so scared of. My anxiety makes me tense up. I've always been a people pleaser and a perfectionist. Therefore, any conflict, especially with someone that's higher in authority or higher than in age with me, my entire body shuts down. I don't like dealing with it. And so that's something that I really want to work on, you know, just because I'm in conflict with someone, and conflict can mean so many things. I mean, just like arguing with my mom about if I did the laundry or not. Like, that's just an example. Like, conflict doesn't have to be like literally like fighting with someone. Conflict can be all different kinds of things, you know, with a teacher, with a coach, with your parent, with a sibling, anything like that. It literally can be. And so I would always run away from conflict. But I'm trying to teach myself to understand that conflict is okay as long as I'm maintaining who I am, maintaining my morals, coming from a place of love and truth, that conflict is okay. And so I think that a lot of people get anxiety in it. And so staying strong, this kind of goes back to that Glennon Doyle book, the portion I read to you, like, don't apologize. Don't, unless you genuinely feel like you did something wrong. Don't just stand there and take it. Stand up for yourself. Society fears strong women. And so the more strong women stand up and face conflict, the better we're all going to be. So that's the last thing I want to kind of touch on. So those are all my resolutions for the year. I know that they're kind of deep. I would love if some of you shared yours with me. I love, and maybe I'll add them. You know, I still have, let me show you. I still have 5 spaces. So if any of you think that I can add more, or if you have ideas that you think I would like, I would love to add them. So here's to an amazing 2021. I am so excited for this new year, and hopefully I will be back on my college campus come the fall, and then I can give you many like college day in my life, like dorm room morning routine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Here's to an amazing 2020. Mwah! Bye guys.
You know I've been blind.